And so anyhow, then I remembered about what fun I had last year getting ready, for the class then, and getting to listen to Christmas carols in August, and it was such fun that I said I'd love to. So Jenny McBride had asked me to do that. So anyhow, I appreciate that. The warm-up music that we just heard, that's a group called Theodicy. And Theodicy is a jazz group that Andy Barnett has something to do with. I mean, he plays in it, and they play at various places. They take religious tunes and give them a jazz version. And anyhow, I wanted you to hear that, because we're going to hear in the bleak midwinter 3 times during this session. And so here we go. Is there anybody who didn't get a handout? Raise your hand if you didn't get a handout. What? I'm sorry?
They can't hear you in the back.
Oh, they can't hear me. There's supposed to be a sexton to, help.
Working on it.
Good. Hello? We were here an hour and a half on Friday trying to get all this ready and taken care of in advance, but I can't do anything about that. Let me tell you about the handout. It's in 2 parts. The first part is it discusses the selections we're going to hear. We're going to hear some gorgeous music today. I don't know what to do about that. And so, but we're going to hear some gorgeous music today. But the second part of the handout gives you how to take advantage of some of the listening opportunities in Atlanta in the next few weeks. So, for example, we're going to hear 3 things where I'm going to mention the Spivey Hall, and it'll give you how to order tickets from Spivey Hall and what the dates and times are. I hope that proves helpful to you, because we've got some wonderful things going on in the next few weeks, and I'd like for you to know about them. But please, no reading of the handout while the music is going on. You cannot listen and read at the same time. Don't fool yourself. You say, well, I can. I do it all the time. Well, you can't. I'm telling you. You've got to concentrate. And you can't think about tomorrow's shopping list. No, you've got to concentrate on the music. You have to work at listening to music. So that's the point. Please sit on your program if that's what it takes for you to not pay attention. I think it's enough that I think we get. I'm sorry about that whine or whatever it is. Is he still in there working? Okay, we'll just do the best we can. If I have to take it off and just talk to you, I can talk loud. The first thing that we're going to hear on the real program is a setting of, guess what? In the mid-bleak winter. I always stumble over that. In the bleak midwinter. And this is an arrangement that's taken the hymn tune that is produced by Gustav Holst. It's an arrangement of that tune. And then it's going to be harmonized by the group that we're going to be listening to, and that's called the Chanticleer. Chanticleer started in 1975 or something in San Francisco, and it's 12 men. They sing all of the parts, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. You're going to think you've got some women in there, but you don't. They're all men. And I can't wait for you to hear the 3rd verse when we have this countertenor who's going to sing. And it's just so beautiful. I don't always love countertenors, but this is the most beautiful singing. You're not going to believe that it's a man. This is, countertenors have antecedents in the castrati of the 16th, 17th century. And countertenors are castrati without the surgery. And it's unbelievable. So here we go. listen to these harmonies, how they stay on pitch. Lord have mercy. "12 men, all 4 parts." This is a different harmonization. I think that's astounding. This is that harmonic change. A shepherd, I would bring a lamb. I don't know about you, but I think that's gorgeous. And that's the first thing. Now we're going to have another set. Oh, the Chanticleer is not set to sing anywhere in the Atlanta area anytime soon that I know about. But another group is, another men's group that sings a cappella is appearing next Sunday at Spivey Hall. The King Singers, that's 6 men from Cambridge. And they have this a cappella and the spectacular harmonization. I recommend that to you. All the details in the back of your handout. The next one is we get in the bleak midwinter one more time, and this time it's going to be. I love this setting. It's Gustav Holst came up with this one also. It's a piano piece by Liszt called Un Suspiro, and what he does is the first part is all Liszt, just the way he wrote it. Then you're going to hear something what he does within the bleak midwinter, and it's just dazzlingly beautiful to me. This is just one of those Christmas albums I've got to listen to every year. This is Liszt. Pure Liszt. In the bleak midwinter. Perfect fit. Now we switch back to Liszt. This is just the way it's written in the Un Suspiro. Back to it. I could give my heart. I think that is dazzlingly brilliant. I mean, just the pairing is perfect. It's just perfect. Okay, the next one we switch away, we're going to go to the first of, we're going to hear four great sopranos today. Harvey loves sopranos. And so, and this is the first album. This is by a Romanian singer called Angela Gheorghiu. And we all stumble over that name, but say it with me, Gheorghiu. So it's Angela Gheorghiu. And we're doing this because she has one of the most beautiful voices I have ever heard. She was a big star at the Metropolitan Opera, and she sang a lot of roles, a lot of operas with her husband, Alanya, the great tenor. But she's mean as a snake. And she's so difficult to work with, they just can't use her. You know, and this is true all over the world. She just has been fired from another place because there was an understanding there would be no encores. And so anyhow, the tenor decided, well, they were clapping so much, he would give them an encore. He said, well, in the middle of his encore performance, she walked on the stage, stop, you're not supposed to do this. So she has her difficulty. But the second reason, you know, for using this today is that this piece is going to start with sticks. Yes, sticks. And the sticks are special ones, and they recall a memory of the Romanian people. When Romania, Lord have mercy, they've been attacked countless times by their neighbors. And the neighbors would steal the church bells and melt them and fire the bullets at the Romanians. So anyhow, and even after they could regain some wealth and could afford to have some bells, they kept the sticks for certain of their numbers as a reminder of the adversity they'd gone through. I love this piece. I don't know anything like it. This is Angela Gheorghiu from an album called Mysterium, and it is spectacular as far as I'm concerned. Wait till you hear these sticks. They're called Toaca. Toaca. These are bell substitutes. Start out with kind of a plain song chant. This is the Lord's Prayer, so it does fit in for Christmas, Advent. The Lord's Prayer in Romanian. Gorgeous sound. I'm going to cut it short that way because we're running late on time because of our late start. But if you could find that album, it's called Mysterium by Georgiou. I recommend it to you. It's exquisitely sung. The next thing is one of the highlights for Betty and me, and many of you here, is going to the Christmas concert of the Atlanta Master Chorale at Emory, at Schwartz. And their program is just fabulous. And they're singing 3 concerts in mid-December. And one of them is 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, which is very convenient. It's just a knockout. So listen to this. They're going to sing Love Divine. The way it's structured, it starts out with the men, a cappella, and then breaking into harmony. Then an organ interlude, and that's freely done by the organist. And then you get the second verse, that's the women, and the third one's going to be all everybody singing. And it builds at the end. I love it. Uh-oh. Love divine, all love excelling. Unison, then it's going to break into harmony. They make the most beautiful sound to me. I love it. Organ interlude. This is, and the organist just does whatever he wants to do. The women in second verse. Unison, they're going to break into harmony. Everybody. Gets bigger and bigger. wonderful organ interlude. Listen to this key change. Gonna have a little coda coming up. Oh, this is so thrilling when you hear it live. Sit lost and wonder love. Lost in wonder, love, and pray. Oh, God. Sarah will tell you there's not a dry eye in the house at that point. And so I recommend it. We go to the 4 o'clock performance on Sunday, the 15th of December at Schwartz Hall. It's a magnificent experience. Can't recommend it to you enough. Now we're going to hear another great piece. This is by Duruflé. The Chenault's favorite composer is Duruflé. He was a great, great organist in Paris, and he wrote this piece. And you say, "What are you doing, putting something from a Duruflé, in the Christmas program?" Well, let me tell you, the first part of it centers on the word sanctus, holy. The second part centers on the word in excelsis, Hosanna in excelsis, and that means adoration. Well, that's pretty Christmassy to me, and this is beautiful. And this is a performance of this wonderful Sanctus from the Duruflé Requiem, performed by the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra and Chorus, and it's conducted by Robert Shaw. We should never forget what Robert Shaw did for this city and for the whole world of music. He's wonderful, just conductor. I loved him. He's very close to him. But listen to this, and wait till you hear the climax in the second part, and Hosanna in the highest. And it just explodes. It's like a great, magnificent explosion of sunlight that you get. This is pretty good. Oh, listen to how the music and the chorus, the orchestra and the chorus just intertwine in this great fabric. And that's because Duruflé's the organist, and he's going to give equal billing to the orchestra. Great chorus. Hosanna, adoration. Beautiful music. Sorry. Calms down again. I have no idea. When the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra and Chorus perform a great work, especially when it's conducted by Robert Shaw, the brilliant Norman McKenzie now, it's just one of the centers of the world musically, because it's just so good. We're so lucky. But that's a beautiful piece that I recommend to you. If you don't have this, there's an album that Robert made with the symphony that has both the Duraflé Requiem and the Fauré Requiem on it. It's one you got to have for your collection if you don't have it. So it's Robert Shaw and ASO, Fauré Requiem, Duraflé. Now we're going to, when I listen to music, great music, typically I just sit back and love it and don't think critically. But sometimes it's fun to think critically about this world's greatest artist that's singing at the moment, and I'm there to help them and tell them how they could improve it. And it's so much fun when you do that. So you can sit back and relax, and that's just fun. I love that. But then sometimes, and we're going to listen to two great sopranos, first Renee Fleming and then Jessie Norman. And they're going to both be singing the same song, and you're going to have to compare them and decide which one you like better and what you would do to improve their performance. So it's really good. And I mean, again, what you want to think, how is their vibrato? What's the relationship, or what's the balance between the, thanks, Emma. What's the relation? I mean, what's the balance between the accompaniment and the singer? What are the weaknesses in the performance or the recording? So often we don't ever hear it like it really is, because when they get ready to make the CD, they can emphasize this, they can lessen that, they can help correct an error, all those sorts of things. So what decisions does the sound engineer make? And I can tell you, the sound engineer, especially in Jesse's performance, could have helped her. She has one of the biggest, beautiful, low voices. Well, so often I can't even hear her notes, really. And so if I had been the sound engineer, I would have helped her there. I mean, she could do it. It's not that she can't do it. It's just that, listen to it and see what you think. But anyhow, so you're going to get a chance to help make either or both of these two great sopranos with their singing of the Ave Maria. I love doing this and seeing I can help them. Ave Maria. Renee is going to be a tone higher and slightly faster than the Jesse. Those are decisions that they make. Beautiful voice. Listen to this low note coming up. Lord have mercy. That's gorgeous singing. And by the way, Renee is singing at Spivey Hall in February. And you can get the details from the back of your program. Not looking now, but later. Now we're going to come. Now, Jessie chooses to sing this aria one tone lower. She chooses to take 20 more seconds singing this than Renee. And she chooses to make, to build on some excitement in a way that Jessie doesn't. But you may like the calmer version that Jessie offers. It's just magnificent. But compare their vibrato. See whether you like that. Compare, just how easy it is for them to achieve the beautiful effect. You're the coach. You're the engineer. This is the gift to us from Augusta Church where she started. She's got this beautiful low voice, but sometimes hard to hear her low notes. This is going to be warmer because she's chosen to sing it. What a voice. Oh, please put you do that. How many like the Renee Fleming better? How many like the Jessie better? Oh, I cannot believe it. Oh, my. That is so interesting because Betty has a strong preference for the Renee Fleming. Don't forget it. Well, you know, if the church is about to start, and if any of you need to go to church, please just slip out quietly because we've got one more thing to listen to if we can. But when you get home today and your mama says, "What did you learn at Sunday school today?" Then you say, "Well, we heard 3 settings of In the Bleak Midwinter, and I liked this one best." You say, "We heard, and I learned about Tawaka, those are the sticks." And he said, we talked about 2 great choruses, the Atlanta Master Chorale and the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra and Chorus and Choir. And then you say, and then I helped Renee Fleming and Jessie improve their performances. Now that we're going to end with a Christmas moment that we love, Betty and I love so much. And this is the album, a Christmas album by Joan Sutherland. And let me tell you, I love this thing. And she makes the most, her big top notes are just so exciting and beautiful. And one reason they are is that she cheats. She cheats in this sense. If you're going to say divine, you say D. Well, you know that's not. It's hard to make the big beautiful sound with D with that syllable. So she's going to change it to an R as soon as she can. So she'll say, "Oh, dear." Listen to her. She just cheats like crazy, and it really works. It really works. So anyhow, you all are great to come. Oh, I've got to tell you about one thing. I wanted to do children's choir on this program, but I couldn't. And I wanted to tell you about the Spivey Hall Children's Choir. They sing all over the world. They are just wonderful. They have 3 programs. They're listed in the program. And if you're going to take your grandchildren or your small children, to some musical event, don't take something they're not going to like. They're just not going to like the Messiah. I mean, they're not. I can tell you they're just not going to like it. And but if you look for something like that, I say let me recommend the Spivey Hall. And Spivey Hall is about 30 minutes from here, and it's the finest musical venue we have in this part of the world, and it's one of the great venues in the world. So I recommend it to you. Seats 390 people, and on the table we put out some brochures from the concerts. There's a little thing like that, and it has all the concerts, and then there's a booklet for those of you who are really serious. But anyhow, we couldn't do that. But I couldn't get the recording, but I can tell you about the Spivey Hall Children's Choir. Really recommend it to you. So now we end up with the great Joan Sutherland, and she's Australian, and the conductor is her husband, Richard Bonning, and he's Australian, and it's just so thrilling. But thank you for coming. I've loved every minute of being with you. Gorgeous voice, Lord have mercy. This is Christmas. Now, in this verse, she takes the top note. That's going to be a high C sharp. Listen to it. Here he comes. Thanks for coming. Thanks be to God for great music.